Hello?
Oh, hey, you're here.
Hi, Varesa? You good?
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
We'll see.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
You good,
What's
girl?
wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry.
Ah,
It's competition
I get
day,
it.
so
I get
gotta
it.
show up with an empty stomach.
That is hard to do.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
I believe in you, girl. You got this.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish.
Makes sense.
When I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Aw, thanks.
Really? So we get to eat for free?
Woot, woot, woot. Who doesn't like to eat for free?
Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish.
Thanks. We appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team.
Yay, go Varesa.
Varesa?
Oh, right.
Poor
Yes,
thing.
I was
Give her
there.
something to eat.
I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point.
She's got food on the brain.
There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh?
Yeah, Paimon, there is.
Hold on. Where did Varesa go?
Varesa?
Wasn't she just here?
She's sneaking
Oh,
food.
you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Probably.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
I'll lead the way.
Paimon. Field fungal traces. All right. Varesa.
Oh, that smell.
Poor girl.
So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Oh boy.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Varesa! You really did head head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Dreaming about stew.
It's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Pretty much.
Oh boy. Paimon's been there before.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zakatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Yeah.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Let's
Finally!
do this.
Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Man. Okay. Start competition. Ooh, look at the food. I love how all the theme is purple. Everybody's wearing purple.
It smells so good. Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
It looks great.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's
That's
no
bigger
chance.
than you, Paimon.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa. Hold on. Varesa's plate looks completely
Oh.
different than ours.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge.
Oh my gosh.
The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Varesa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
Makes sense.
You're kidding. You had to invent a
She
whole new
looks done
challenge just
already.
for her?
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that?
Yeah, true.
Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge. And that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Wait, you're saying Mawika has done this before?
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her.
Wow.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Mawika had these portions and she just breezed through?
You know, it'll only get harder as the food gets cold. Yeah.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious.
No, Paimon's living her best life.
Oh, you gotta try It's amazing. Oh, and this! And this one is... All right. That's it. Paimon taps out.
How'd you do, Paimon?
All this time.
Oh dear.
And it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge.
Ayy.
And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Amazing job!
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh no. There she's going.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
You'll get there.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
It's still pretty amazing.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh no.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Think smarter,
so
not
that's
harder.
the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record.
Nice.
Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
How about both?
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom.
Do tell.
It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom.
Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
Yeah, we'll try. Alright, let's go back to the orchard. Alright.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh.
Ooh.
Talk about a coincidence.
It really is green.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec.
Why is it green?
I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he said.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Yeah, he didn't give a reason?
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
Or it could not.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me.
Okay.
I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
If you're strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth.
Command the truth?
If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right. Curiosity can be a bad thing, but what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said.
There we go.
So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
Please do.
So, notice anything, traveler?
Nope. No difference in taste.
Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Hello?
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well.
Cool, thanks.
Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
You talk a big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Well, excuse me.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Okay.
I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Is it now?
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name?
Yeah.
Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Organisms?
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being.
Cool.
However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you.
Okay.
I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look, more green mushrooms right in front of us.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Okay.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
I still think a How is worse.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
We may not know who he is, but we know he exists.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Which means we made the right call to investigate.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom.
Yeah!
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Yeah.
Insolence!
Oh my
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
Uh-huh.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating. Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
I mean, yeah, but they're really annoying.
Warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
Okay, I can talk.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Oh boy.
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, surely violence is a form of wit. Now you're scared.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
Okay.
It turned back into a normal mushroom.
I guess it told us
what's going
everything
on?
it knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
All right, let's keep looking. Hi.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Kano with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
I'm pretty much a riddle master.
Enough chatter. Time for my question.
All right.
Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? Remember him saying something like that.
Yep.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Because he's a fun guy.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh. It's that kind of riddle.
Yeah.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns?
Just some people.
Is it because the people are so clever?
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Yeah.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question.
Thank
the
you.
act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual.
Okay.
Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Guess we need
Well,
to find another mushroom.
If eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa. Let's try and ask the other mushrooms. Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Mm-hmm. All right, next mushroom. Next.
Hey, there are 2 fungi over there. Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Hey now.
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask.
Do you
Oh,
know?
please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have 2 choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
No, I think that's just you.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
Yeah.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll
Duh.
say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
What's
Of course,
voice?
they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
You know we can hear you, right?
Obviously, it's the cooking.
Did they just give us the answer?
Yeah.
Who goes there?
Do you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
No, wait, don't disappear!
Oh
You
my
at least
gosh.
explain yourselves first.
Back to regular mushrooms, huh?
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Mm.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sound like a plan, Varesa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Yeah, because what if we have to fight this Sage Lord person? Coming through. Make way.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
The silence speaks
So,
volumes.
the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it and for collecting all this information.
Uh-huh.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, None of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Thanks,
Wow,
Eon-san.
that didn't take much convincing.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
That'll do it.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, here goes nothing.
There we go.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord?
Fine, we'll bring Mawika in.
Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
Oh my gosh, the laugh.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Yeah?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like!
Still, the only way to figure out his goal is to keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat.
Yeah, Mawika.
Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely!
Mawika, hello.
We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano.
Volcano's hot
It
enough.
spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Yeah?
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Oh my gosh. Alright, look for the high temperature materials needed. Let's go. Oh, that's a ways away. Let's see. Where are we going? We don't really have a waypoint. So let's do this. We need to go that way. Oh!
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their
Okay.
cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
We'll find
No.
out.
When you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Yeah?
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competitions seem to be a thing here.
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatenna. All right, we should keep looking.
Alright. Ooh! Aw, she's so cute. She has a really cute design. Yay, and her eyes are so pretty. They're purple, of course. Okay, so where are we going?
Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
We can? Alright. Whee! I mean, we kind of did. We kind of did.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on,
Oh.
let's charge.
Charge?
Okay, that didn't work super great. That didn't work super great. Hi! Hi! Do we need to fight you?
Ah!
Ow!
Hurry up, Varesa! You want to stand down!
Boom! Ow! 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 You got this, girl. Pow!
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Yay! Ooh!
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Alright.
Roll!
We're gonna have to find
Careful!
more of these
3 avatars of
guys.
lava ahead.
3!
I will have order.
Alright,
Bow your head.
guys.
Rev the engine! Light up the blazing sun!
No touching!
Okay, that works. That works. What is that?
The volcano is acting up again!
Okay. What is happening? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh.
What is that?
What is
It
that?
looks like a giant weasel thief.
Ow!
Is there a great Toad weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Oh yeah.
Time to roll. Yeah!
Now what are you doing? Ow! Oh dear. Okay, that works.
Here I go!
Get him.
Too strong! Justice o'clock!
Okay.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This
You're
piece of
excited?
armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned
Fiatenna.
before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right?
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
But you were the one who decided to investigate this case, not your mask.
Yeah! You had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own.
Yeah.
After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
Time to eat some more green mushrooms.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show that green mushroom.
Try and stop me!
We need to go... which way? Oh, we'll figure it out. Time to cook some mushrooms.
We're back! And we found a bunch of stuff to use!
Yeah, we did.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations on our side, too.
Let's do this.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
Good old Eon
And I got a
son.
bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varesa and her guest of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time.
Uh-huh.
Thanks
You
for the
tell
help,
'em.
everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
I mean, we didn't go
No, it
into the
erupted out of
volcano.
nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Yeah, that's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other.
Okay. Nice
Anyway,
culinary
let's get
lesson
started.
there.
The mushrooms are all ready to go.
Let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
Ooh. We're getting closer.
Wait, no, something's not
Oh
right.
dear. Hi. Did we get taken into the mushroom god's domain or something? That's pretty. Reminds me of
Where are we?
Sumeri.
Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
Yeah, you think?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
Can he even hear us?
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
So you didn't feel anything strange?
No. What are you feeling?
This must be the Sage Lord's trick, but it's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others?
Because you are the only worthy devotees,
Oh,
of course.
there he is.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek.
Really?
Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
What if we don't want to be your subjects?
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
She's got a point.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength?
Oh boy,
Very well.
Here we go.
Then prove it!
I knew a fight was coming. Hi.
Gather!
Wrath from the sky!
Ooh, tanky boy. There we go. There we go. Boom, done.
Well fought!
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, thank you.
You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless. But my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
Ooh, chest. Ooh, I saw a chest.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yes, so I can get the chest.
Let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, girl. Chest, chest, chest. Woo! Get my little 2 primo gems. Alright, let's keep going.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
I'm loving the interaction between Paimon and the Sage Lord. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree?
What, do
Once
you
you
want to
become
make
my
us your
subjects,
clones?
all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
Hold on. I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Just what I
If
said.
the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan. And I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
She's got you there.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
Mm-hmm.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Let's see, we've also been to Inazuma, and we've been to Liyue, we've been to Mondstadt. We've kind of been over all of Teyvat at this point, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
Yeah, you tell him,
True.
Paimon.
If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
Mm-hmm. Got you
All
there.
right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it.
Can I just use my fists?
If you fail to prove
That'd
your
be
worth,
easier.
good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
I've had enough of this mushroom.
Uh-huh. Right.
Any other chests? Down
He
goes.
jumped down from here. So it looks like we just need to...
Hold on.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
There's something off about his motive. Is he leading us to a trap?
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too.
Yep.
And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
He must be in dire need of subjects.
But why?
Let's go after him and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Alright, I'll do a quick little peek. Make sure we're not missing any chests around here. Did we put any sneaky ones back here? No? Alright. Nothing in here. Hello? Don't mind me. Okay. Down the hatchet. Oh, this is cool.
Catch me if you can. If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
Wait again.
Okay. Whoop. Oh, I'm not used to this, like, side-scrolling bit. Oh. Oh, this is hard. Okay.
Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you.
Okay. Yay, we did it!
I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path.
Oh.
We just need to wait for the right timing.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Ah! Oh. Okay. on. Oh. Okay. Boing. Oh! This is hard, guys.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
Okay, I'd like to be a little bit closer to the front. Hi, Mr. Dragon. Fancy meeting
All right,
you
this should
here.
be good. Get ready and jump.
That, okay. I am horrible at this. Okay. Are you done running? Haha,
Back
dead
into
end.
a corner, huh?
Ha.
We've got you this time.
Uh-huh.
Ow!
Yeah, you deserve that.
Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Ooh, what'd you get?
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading.
Not again.
Ah, they're gonna eat us. Gonna eat us. Eat us.
Ungrateful humans.
These, like, memories.
At this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much?
Because we're hungry. Hey, who are you?
My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least.
Oh, is that the
Now
Sumeru
all of
scholar?
Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption! Ah!
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
And it seems like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope. Which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Lovely.
Yeah. For who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something?
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind controlled.
Yep.
But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now why it has to be us.
Oh? Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
Let's do it. Ooh, chest. Oh. Ooh, 10 primos. Oh, I guess we're going down. Okay.
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing to face Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
Oh dear. You know, I really hate fighting
Born of icy frost.
fungi. It's just... I try to avoid it at all costs. There's just so many little ones.
Let's ride.
Oh, hello.
Rev the engine.
Hi. Take that.
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case,
Why am I losing
He
phlogiston?
hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just
Okay.
gonna smash it, right?
We
Cool.
need to, like, switch. There we go. Boom! Okay. Take that, you mushrooms. Ow. Boom! Alright, one more. Yeah, you tell him.
Too strong!
Yeah, you get him, girl.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom. We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
Yeah.
it would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Well, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme. My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi,
Oh, dear.
in the human tongue, I am known by another name.
Oh boy.
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So you're a god.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon War.
Archon
You have no
War?
food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power.
Unless we just, like,
Then,
destroy you
I
first.
shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Newsflash,
Archon
the
War?
Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering?
No.
All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Yeah.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person.
Thanks.
Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to
Paimon looks
pledge
so
yourself to
done.
me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start.
What did you say?
Yeah, I said what I said. We weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a special constitution, which makes it easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
So all your threats
I may not
are
have
worthless.
my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the
come
Jade-plumed
on.
Terrashroom.
Really?
Because you definitely can't. Right?
Forget about him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Bye-bye.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful.
We're not just measly
What's
humans.
this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
See you later. Ooh.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. Atoli!
Oh.
Get ready to feast!
He's never been hacked. Did he really just do that? Oh my gosh. Wow. She's gonna have the feast of a lifetime. Oh my gosh.
More, please.
Guess it's time to dig in.
Oh. What?
Stop this at once!
Told him.
What
Oh
a
my
great
goodness.
meal. Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms. Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Someone planted a god in Varesa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
That's a good way to summarize
we know
it.
not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon war.
Yeah, that happened.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varesa.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
That makes sense.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day.
Yep.
Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Sure thing.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Aw,
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe. And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero, and it was all you, through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal.
Yeah?
But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you two!
Hello, Paimon.
Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild?
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Let's go. Alright. Da, da, da. Hello, Catherine. Wow, she's actually out from behind her place.
that
Tainari? Hello!
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
Ah, you know about him, huh?
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Yep, that's what we discovered. Yeah.
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Apparently, yeah.
Of course, you're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Probably in Sumeru. There's a huge one beneath. Was that big mushroom thing?
Zamarin?
You know that name?
Yeah, Hyman calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than
Is
the
that the one
puny
I'm thinking
sanctuary.
of? The really pretty one? The huge one? Interesting.
We should go see Zamarin one of these days.
Yeah, we should.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once. I would never.
I don't know, Varesa. Oh, that was cute. Okay, so I think that was it for the Tribal Chronicle, right? So let me heal up real quick, and then let me go here and let's take a look. I'm pretty sure. Yes, all 3 are done. Yay, reputation 1. Ooh, so we just have one more. She's so cute. I really like her character. She has a really good personality. She's very relatable with just her appetite and food, and yes, who can't relate to her? So this was great. I really like this one. This was super fun to play through, even if it was kind of a crazy plot line with like the mushroom and the mushroom god, but leave it up to Genshin to do something like that and just make it so great to play through. So yeah, that is the end of that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.